But BBMP has only responded with indifference. But the ordeal does not end at that. Students of Jain College too face a similar problem every day. JC Road. Well, right now I'm on JC Road, which is close to another college in the city, and that is Jain College. And as we can assume, a lot of two-wheelers move through these streets, and the condition of the roads once again proving to be a death trap for the commuters here. This entire stretch of road is plagued with potholes, and the traffic is slowed down to a great extent because of the bad condition of the roads here. It is already cloudy, and the commuters are already dreading how this road could turn out to be once it starts raining, as already it is extremely difficult for them to move on this road. We can see massive vehicle also coming in, two-wheelers, we can see lorries, we can see cars. There is a steady flow of vehicles is what we can see here. A lot of autos also coming in, and all of them finding it extremely difficult to move around this particular stretch of road because of its pathetic condition. The officials seem to have turned a blind eye to the problems of the commuters here, doing nothing to sort out the issue. The monsoons have arrived. It should have been fixed before the monsoons, but now the BBMP commissioner says that they're waiting for the monsoons to stop for them to actually do any sort of a damage control here. One might expect the BBMP to be a little more aware of at least the roads around government offices, if nothing else. But again, they never fail to amaze. This time the potholes are accompanied with overflowing manholes and stench. We take you to Mission Road. We're right in front of the Income Tax Department office, and here is a manhole that has been overflowing for the last 10 days. We've been told by the security guard here, who spends all his day right in front of this gate, that for the last 10 days the manhole has been overflowing ever since the rains have become regular in the city. Ever since we have been seeing rains every single evening in the city, that manhole has been overflowing, raising a stink of not only the fact that this road has not been maintained, but also the stink of the sheer apathy displayed on part of our officials, our BBMP officials. If this is the condition of the road right in front of the Income Tax Department office, then we can only imagine the kind of concerns that the officials might have for the other roads in the city. Now, this is also one of the heavily occupied, heavily used roads in the city, and right here is the beautiful condition it is in at the moment. This particular portion of the road is riddled with at least 10 to 15 potholes in different places, and there is only rubble that has been filled in to try and cover it up in an attempt to cover it up, but obviously a shoddy job at it. And then there are the rains, and then there is the overflowing manhole. Well, the woes of this stretch of road, the woes of the people here, the woes of the people who work in the Income Tax Department office, the woes of the commuters who come in, clearly no one is listening to them. When exactly is the BBMP planning to wake up and fix these issues? Are they waiting for a disaster to happen for them to finally wake up and say that they will take up measures? Well, continuing to be on Mission Road, which almost touches Double Road, here there are 3 gaping potholes proving to be a major health hazard for the commuters here. And what is even more dangerous about these potholes is the fact that they come right here at the turning. If any commuter, especially if a two-wheeler rider, misses the fact while turning in this particular stretch of road that there are 3 massive potholes all set to consume him, then he is certainly done for. And the officials have still continued to ignore these 3 potholes. They're getting bigger and bigger in size with each rain that comes in, and they're getting extremely deep. Just take a look at these potholes. You can see the layers in the potholes already. Here we see a couple of layers has been eroded, and the next layer is already beginning to erode. Right in that particular pothole, in these 2 potholes, it has gotten a lot more deeper. Of course, it's smaller as far as diameter is concerned, but it is very, very deep. Any two-wheeler that moves on this particular pothole in high speed can certainly meet with an accident. So what exactly are the officials doing? If we can notice it, if the commuters can notice it, if accidents can happen, if any student can predict accidents on these stretches of roads, why isn't the BBMP feigning ignorance? right ahead of the Income Tax Department office is the Hudson Memorial Church, and right opposite the Hudson Memorial Church is this piece of art from the BBMP. Well, this entire stretch of road, well, you can hardly see the road. It is only potholes that is present here with puddles of water, thanks to the rainfall as well as the overflowing manhole. The potholes are so very deep that if any two-wheeler rider does not manage to maneuver around it and goes over it, then there is a short chance of him meeting with an accident. We have been told that there have been numerous accidents reported on this stretch of road because of the pitiable condition of the road here, but still the BBMP has remained fairly quiet on the matter. Look at the massive size of this particular pothole. It is extremely deep. Of course, water has filled up in this pothole and you cannot see the actual depth. But when the vehicles move over it, you can see how deep it really is. And if any two-wheeler rider manages to miss it and rides over it, doesn't manage to maneuver around it, then there is a short chance of an accident here. Ironically, the BBMP commissioner, who seems to think all was well with Bengaluru roads, responded with what seemed to be a rehearsed answer.
As far as potholes are concerned, this rain and little bit of leakage of BWSSB is causing little bit of pothole. We will set right the whole thing, and we are continuously monitoring this. And soon after rain recedes, we will see that all the potholes are cleared and all roads are made motorable. But the problem is not very serious. There are some pockets where these potholes are happening, not everywhere in the city. The situation is much better as compared to last year.
With 500 new death traps having opened up in these core areas in just 1 month, travelling on Bengaluru's roads is becoming nothing less of a challenge with each passing day. Though the Palike Commissioner seems to find solace in the claims that the situation is relatively better, does it make the roads any safer for commuters? Nischita for News 9, Bengaluru.
And moving on, there isn't a single government department which the politicians don't influence. Here's one such story that will show you politicians' uncalled intervention. The scientific officer of the Pollution Control Board, Gangadharan, was transferred following a departmental inquiry. The inquiry, headed by the Chief Administrative Officer Shiv Prakash, filed a report confirming the irregularities during Bal Gangadharan's tenure. A defiant Bal Gangadharan, however, refused to step down and got a stay order on his suspension. But before the court could go ahead and give a judgment, the city in-charge Minister Ramlinga Reddy did something uncalled for. Ramlinga Reddy wrote to the Chief Minister asking him to promote the tainted Pollution Control Board official. Shockingly, the Chief Minister went ahead with the recommendation and directed the Chief Secretary of the Pollution Control Board to promote the tainted officer as the Chief Administrative Officer. This in itself was a shocker, but a bigger shocker was in store for the Pollution Control Board. The Chief Secretary of the board asked the department to relieve the inquiry officer Shiv Prakash from his duties.
I have done my best to streamline the administration as per the directions and guidance of the chairman and the member secretary. There needs to be no individual credit to me nor any individual discredit to me whatsoever. So if some people are disgruntled and they try to, forge a conspiracy to remove me because of their discomfort, I think that issue has to be taken up by the government and the chairman.
The Pollution Control Board chairman reacted strongly to the Chief Secretary's letter and made it clear to the Chief Minister that an officer of Shiv Prakash's caliber will not be relieved under any circumstance. The Chief Minister acknowledged the letter, but the Chief Secretary of PCB is bent upon relieving the inquiry officer. Many in the department strongly feel that the tainted Bal Gangadharan has a hand in all this, but the officer has refused to comment, saying that the matter is sub judice. I have responded to the President regarding the allegations levelled against me, and I am even cooperating in the probe. I had approached the court against my suspension, and the court has granted stay on the same. Since the matter is sub judice, I don't want to react to the media. An honest officer has been suffering thanks to the uncalled intervention of the city in-charge minister and the Chief Minister. When will politicians stop influencing government bodies and its decisions? Anand Buruli, News 9, Bengaluru.
And well, Sandalwood never fails to surprise us with its unique ways. 2 movies currently are garnering all the attention, and here's more on the same.
Power star creates a record even before release. Power star Puneeth Rajkumar and the crew of Puneeth's latest movie Power Star are on cloud 9. If industry sources are to be believed, the satellite rights of the movie has been bought for a record price.
दुश्मनन में दूसरा माते ना
11 crores for distribution rights. A distributor by name Prasad has bought the distribution rights. The agency can now distribute the film throughout Karnataka, barring a few places in North Karnataka. This is the first time that a movie has managed to earn 11 crore rupees just through distribution rights. The audio of the movie Power Star was launched by Mahesh Babu in Bellary in a grand ceremony. The movie is still in its shooting stages but has managed to earn the producers 11 crore rupees already. Starring Puneeth Rajkumar and Trisha Krishnan in the lead roles, the movie might hit theatres by year end. After the sale of the satellite rights, the Power Star camp is definitely rejoicing. But all is not well with crazy star Ravichandran. No Shrungara for crazy star. Ravichandran's Shrungara has run into trouble. One can recall that the Muhurat of the film was held in a grand manner and Kicha Sudeep himself clapped the board before the shooting took off. But the movie has already run into trouble even before half of the shooting has been completed. The producer hasn't paid me. The lead actor Ravichandran has alleged that the producer of the movie has not paid him for the shoot completed until now. The actor says that the producer has been avoiding the payment since the Muhurat was held. Infuriated for having been taken for granted, the star has said that he would not be returning to the movie and will now concentrate on Apurva, his son's next venture. While the crew of Power Star is rejoicing, Ravichandran is infuriated that a senior actor like him has not been treated well. Well, what can we say? Everything is possible in the world of glitz and glamour. Akasmita and Ghoshal for News9 Bengaluru.